Cathy Thomas. Crimping pie crust gives it a fancy edge, whether it's dough made from scratch or store-bought. Here's how. Start by cutting a 1-inch rim around the pie crust. And you can see that I have extra in some places, so I'm just taking that off and I'm going to reserve it because that's going to slide in where I need it, where the dough wasn't quite big enough. So here, this nice piece will go right over here. And then I need a little extra over here, so I'm going to tack that on. And you can do it on top or you can do it on the bottom, underneath, like so. Let's do one underneath. If you're really fancy, you'll have less of a seam that way. And then what you want to do is tuck that excess dough underneath to form a ridge that is right above the edge of the pie pan. So you can see that I'm using my fingers like so to pinch that ridge after I tuck the dough under. And I want it completely even around to look really pretty. So if you do have excess, you need to cut it off. But this looks just fine. So we're going around doing that pinching motion, making that ridge, and then turning the pan so that we can do it all the way around like so. And you'll get, so you do this really, really quickly. And so that the ridge will be perfectly even all the way around. And this gives a beautiful look to the pie crust, and you can use store-bought discs of pie crust and do this very same thing. Don't have to make it from scratch. And now comes the crimping part. So what you want to do is use 2 fingers on one hand and 1 finger on the other. And you just take that finger and with the 2 fingers pinch around it. And then stick this finger in where you last made that little pinch, like so. And just go all the way around. And if it's just over and over using these 2 fingers to pinch and the other finger to be in the inside to have something to pinch it around. So like so, all the way around. And they're all equal distance because you're using that finger as a spacer. Like so. Now if you want to get really fancy, you can do a double crimp, and you can take your finger in the V of one of those triangles, shapes, and just pinch around it and make a double crimp. Then I like, right before I fill the pie, to use a fork and to dock it to make little holes which will make the pie crust crisper on the bottom. So that's how to crimp a pie dough. Cooking is a lot faster and easier when you know the basics.